Hello there, Romans here and welcome to my next music review. I review every album from a viewpoint of a musician, as I am a singer, songwriter and a bass player for my own group Jakobe, and something like 2 months ago we have released our debut album called Pursuits in Life. What makes the record unique is that it's a pretty heavy prog rock music without guitars. Instead you have drums, bass, saxophone and keyboards. The record is available everywhere digitally, Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, Amazon, iTunes, but also in this digipack format with a beautiful 20 pages long booklet. And the first single out of the record, called We're Building Our Own Monument, is on my YouTube channel, so you can check that out and let me know whether you like it or not. And today I'm going to review the new album from the Bonnet Band called Meanwhile Back in the Garage.
Music review. Music review.
Bonnet is, in my opinion, one of the most underappreciated singers of all time. This guy just always had the pipes. He was a singer I always admired. Considering he's 70 now and he still got powerful voice is amazing. That's something I'm going to talk about later on. Bonnet has been part of some pretty famous groups like mainly Rainbow, and the record Down to Earth is one of my all-time favorite records from Rainbow. Then he was part of Impellitteri, of Michael Schenker's group, and also Alcatraz, the band that was a starting point of Yngwie Malmsteen's career. He also had some solo records which I'm not familiar with. His latest project is called the Bonnet Band, and this is their second album that they're releasing tomorrow. As of now I've heard the album 4 times, so let's dive right into it. The first thing you're gonna realize once you go through all of the tracks is that this record really seems like a big fan service from Bonnet, and I really like him for that. Bonnet was, I think, relatively unlucky in his life for not being as appreciated and as successful as the quality of his voice deserved, and therefore maybe his fan base is slightly limited, and he decided to really please his old fans, because this record just screams all the bands that he has been a part of. I mean, just the first track, which is also the title track, Meanwhile Back in the Garage, just really sounds like that Alcatraz, Malmsteen kind of song, like this 80s neoclassical metal. You've got those neoclassical arpeggios. Then you've got the song The Hotel, which is like something between hard rock and metal tune. Also in that style. Honestly, this song didn't really grow on me. I kind of don't really like it, especially the chorus. Then you've got Living in Suspicion, a song that really resembles Rainbow and the time Bonnet was a part of Rainbow. Really very solid track that has that very optimistic chorus. Then one of the best tracks on the record for me is Incest Aucest, if I pronounce it right. Incest Aucest USA. This is a very 80s metal song, probably the best track on the album for me. Long Island Tea is another 80s metal track. This is kind of an average track. The House is a track that really resembles the 80s Dokken, like that hard and heavy style. It's a pretty okay song. Then like Sea of Trees has a riff that's very reminiscent of the song Kiss of Death from Dokken. Man on the Corner is a very interesting song because it is yet again another 80s hard and heavy track, but the chorus sounds like 60s rock on steroids and like a metalized version of that. It's a very interesting combination that really got my attention. And the similar track is a song called America, Where Have You Gone, which also has that neoclassical metal thing going on. In between these two tracks we have a cover, We Don't Need Another Hero from Tina Turner, which is kind of a weird choice for a cover because I don't really think it sounds very good. It's, you know, like, it doesn't really add anything to the song. Heading Toward the Light is a lighter song that it's more in the style of the 70s, it's got that sort of a vibe. Past Lives is another 80s metal song, very solid track. And the final track, The Crying Chair, is a ballad. It has a, again, very strong 80s kind of Dokken atmosphere. I really love that atmosphere, but all that feeling and mood is kind of lost in a chorus that seems a little forced, in my opinion. When it comes to the production, I think it's okay, even though I think that it could have been slightly more dynamic in a way. Bonnet is a fantastic singer. Of course, his voice changed a lot over the years, and you can hear that it's a relatively old voice, but he still got the power. I can imagine that his voice is just so freakishly loud, and you can hear that on the recording. He lost some of that edginess that he had in his younger age, but he still nails it. I wish I sing like that when I'm 70 years old. I mean, he's one of those few singers like Steven Tyler or Glenn Hughes who really can sing very well and still rock despite their older age. To sum up, I think that if you're a fan of Graham Bonnet and if you like the stuff he did before, you will really love this album because it's really for you. People like me who are not necessarily fans, who appreciate him for who he is and who listen to various styles of music and listen to a lot of music in general, may find this record little average. So for me this is really 6 points out of 10, but I'm very happy for Graham Bonnet to keep doing music. I mean, I still hope he gets the success he deserves, even though it may be a little too late for that. But this guy just, I mean, vocally I'm so impressed. He's amazing, and I'm just so happy that he keeps doing music and that hopefully this is the way he makes living. Meanwhile, back in the garage, in Slovak means medzi tým späť v garáži. Prečo vlastne prekladám názvy albumov do Slovak? Have you heard the record already? Did you love it? Did you hate it? You can leave a comment in the comment section below. I've heard that the second album is heavier than the first one. You can let me know how well do you think it compares to the previous record. You can follow me on Facebook or on Instagram. You can find the links to both in the description of a video below. And if you like this review, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to check out more of the reviews I do, to check out my own original music and a lot of other stuff that I'm planning to do in the future. Thanks a lot for watching.